Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom I've learned this 100% truths. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, shalom, my brother Kapasha. Coming to you once again with a brief lesson. The Lord willing, it'll be edifying. This was going to be on rest. This is not your rest, Israel. This, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. This is not the place, America, aka Babylon the Great, is not the place for you to think that you're going to plan the next 20 years of your life to be here, to gather up with other Israelites to buy land to make a homestead, to build a homestead and things like that. No, this is not your rest, Israel. All right, going right into it. Michael 2:10. Arise ye and depart. See, those are the first four words in this precept. It says, arise ye. Who are the ye he's talking about? He's talking about you, Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. He said, arise, get up, clear out your mind, build, edify your mind, to get up, to wake up out of that deep sleep that you're in. If you're thinking that, this is the place where you could build generation wealth and such. This is not the place for you to build generation wealth. You see, this is a place for you to serve out your captivity. You see, for us going off, we went off. Now that the Lord is, he's waking up his elect men and commanded that we be in the spirit of prophecy. Revelation 19:10. So we are occupied, as it says in Ecclesiasticus 39:1. We're occupied in prophecy. That's where our minds are. And that's where your mind need to be, Israel. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not your rest, Israel. You see? How can I stress that? Can I stress it enough? Hardly so. Because, our people are still trying to, live their best life now. They're still in these Christian churches, the holler houses they call Christian church. You see, things of that nature. You see, it said, arise ye and depart. How do you depart? Not flee the country, not take a train or a plane and go to another country. No. You see, we don't go back into our land until the Lord takes us back there. So don't go getting with some bug out false prophet and getting on a train or a plane or a ship to go back into the land of Israel. You're going to be deleted. You're going to be fooled. Or Africa, the west coast of Africa. That's not where we're from anyway. I mean, we escaped to go to Africa during the AD 70. You see, when we was ran out of our land of Israel. You see, the southern tribe. All right, now it reads here again. Let me read it again. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. This place is polluted. First and foremost, this place is the air is polluted. The food is defiled. You see, as the Lord said that we were going to eat defiled food. Let me get that. Ezekiel 4:13. Let me get that. Ezekiel 4:13. It says here. Ezekiel 4:13 reads, then said I, our Lord. No. Let me see. No, Ezekiel 4:13 reads. It reads, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, you see, eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I would drive them. Because we've been driven into this land. We were taken, we were brought to this land. You remember the transatlantic slave trade? You see, we were brought on ships, as it says in Deuteronomy 28 and what is that, 68? Let me go there real quick. This is how we were brought here, Israel. You see, our ancestors was brought here. You see, and we were brought here to serve out the captivity with our brothers. You know, the northern tribes. We're serving this punishment together. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. Let me read it from the top. And it says here, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more. You see, again, and there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And we are yet this day in our captivity, right here in America. We may not have the chains on and the shackles on our bodies. We may not be serving hardcore slavery, Israel, but we have a birth certificate. You got to have a driver's license. You got to get your car inspected. We are subject to taxes, things of that nature. You got to have insurances and things of that nature. You see, we are yet in captivity today. You see, you got to work 12, 14 hours a day, you know, or working 2 or 3 jobs just to pay your mortgage and have some food on the table, things of that nature. You see, yeah, we're in captivity. We're in slavery. You know, we may not have the shackles on it, but the shackles is on our minds, and you know, is on 2/3 of our people's minds. They still thrown off. You see, it reads here, and let me read this again. Ezekiel, what was I? I read that Ezekiel 4 and 13 reads, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I would drive them. You see, yeah, we're in captivity today and eating polluted food. This place is, you know, it's polluted. You see. All right, let me get, and this is why we got to wake up out of sleep. Let me get that scripture real quick. I'm just going to get some scripture. Just going to bring it out. This is Romans 13 and 11 reads, and that knowing the time that now is high time to awake out of sleep, because 2/3 of our people are still asleep. Even as we have the Lord had sent out his servants, the prophets, to speak in the ears of his people, to prophesy, tell them what's going to happen, what's coming down the pipe. But yet our people are still asleep. They're still lodged in these Christian churches, as I said earlier. You see, and it says here, and that knowing the time. See, we know the time. We know what time it is. But 2/3 of our people don't know what time it is. You see, that now it's high time to awake out of sleep. Our people are still sleepwalking. You see, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. We're sighing and crying that the Lord make, Jerusalem a praise, because we are looked down upon, right now. We're in a low state right now. See, it's time to wake up out of sleep. This is not your rest, Israel. When you think that this place is your rest, and you think that you can make it in America, and you're going to spend your life and all your energies trying to get ahead in this wicked society, you're still asleep. And it's time to wake up, Israel. All right, and let me get this right here. Because this place is polluted. You see? And another thing that it is polluted is polluted with the blood it shed. Let me bring that out. Let's go to Numbers. Let me get that. This place is polluted with Israelite blood. You see? That's how bad. That's how we know. The prophets know that this is not our place of rest. But 2/3 of our people don't pay attention. They won't hear what the servants of the Lord is telling them. You see? They refuse to listen. They continue to pull the shoulder, thinking that ain't nothing wrong with the white man. You see how he can be saved. That's all they think about. They don't think about the other heathen nation. They only think about how the white man can be saved. They love their captors. You see? All right, and it reads here. This is Numbers 35 and 33. See, they weren't supposed to do that, but they did it anyway. You see, it reads here. Numbers 35 and 33 reads, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So what do you think is going to happen to the Edomites and the other heathen nations that shed our blood? You see, the Israelites' blood. Their blood is going to be shed. They're going into hardcore slavery as well. And it reads here, this place is polluted. You see? So you don't need to try to make this place your rest right now. You see? But we're looking for the salvation of the Lord. You see? And we know that our salvation draw near. Let me get this in Revelation. I might kind of change the tone a little bit, but nonetheless, I brought it out for a reason, didn't I? So I'm bringing it up for a reason here. Revelation. Let's go to Revelation 11. And let's go to Revelation 11 and 12. Let's get that. And it says here, 11 and 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud. That's a chariot. You see, a UFO, a spaceship. You see, a ship, a spaceship. And their enemies beheld them. You see, our enemies are going to be looking on because we got to get out of here. You know, we can't be here when those nuclear missiles hit. So therefore, the Lord is telling his people, going to tell his elect men to come up hither. And the 1/3, you see, it reads here, and the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. That means all the Edomites in America, aka Babylon the Great, and 2/3 of our people. If you're still alive at that time, you won't be after this earthquake hits, because this is going to be a lake of fire. You see. And right here in America, this place is going to be utterly destroyed. And it reads here, and the earth shall quake. It's going to rock and reel like a drunkard. You see? Where is that at? That's in, there you go. Can't think of it. I think it's in, let's see, I think it's in Isaiah. Is it in Isaiah 14? Let me see. I think it is. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it real quick, Israel. Let me see, Isaiah. Let's see if it's in Isaiah, to and fro like a drunkard. Let me see, because this place is going to get hit with nuclear missiles. Let me see if it's there. No, it's not there. It's not where it's going to be, though. Let's see, let's try Ezekiel. Oh, I can't think of it. Let's see. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna put it on my phone. Find it on my phone. My telly. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me get it real quick. I'm gonna speak it in. The earth shall rock like a drunkard. Isaiah 24 and 20. That's it. I knew it was somewhere. I just couldn't think of it at the time. Isaiah 24 and 20. That's how when those nuclear missiles hit, it's going to, and also let me go to 19. Let me start up at 19. It says here, the earth is utterly broken up. You see, this place is going to be violently, because when those nuclear missiles hit, you're going to have tsunamis. You're going to have in other parts of the land, you're going to have earthquakes going on. Those people are going to suffer too, that's not in America. This whole earth is going to be broken up to some degree. A lot of people are going to suffer from the wind, tornadoes, hurricanes, waves, big water waves, floods, and all kinds of mudslides. All kinds of things are going to be happening to the rest of the earth. You see? And it reads here, the whole earth is not going to get destroyed, but it's going to get all broken up, just like it's saying here. It said the earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. That's when those nuclear missiles hit over here. And those nuclear missiles hitting on other parts of the earth too, you see? Because, it's Russia's going to be shooting missiles, NATO going to be shooting missiles. Iran, China, everybody, they're going to be shooting missiles. The United States is going to be shooting missiles. There's going to be a lot of missiles being shot, Israel. And it reads here, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard and shall be removed like a cottage. You see? And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. When America go down, it'll never be inhabited again. This place is through once those nuclear missiles and once we're in those chariots too. And it's going to come to time. Let me finish reading this. And then it reads here. It says here, Revelation, going back to Revelation, because this is not your rest. That's what this lesson is about. This is not your rest. We are looking forward to this time, Israel, the elect men are. You see, and it reads here, Revelation 11:13 reads, and the same hour was there a great earthquake. You see, after the Lord get us in those chariots, that same hour is going to come a great earthquake. You see, Lord willing, I'm one of them, and all the brothers that's out here in all truth and sincerity teaching this, preaching the 1% truth and doing these epistles during the week, you see, and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, you see. And it reads here, and the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted. Who was the remnant? The elect men in the chariots. We're gonna get by by the skin of our teeth, so to speak. That's the old saying. I just made it by the skin of my teeth. You see, and that's how close and how we're gonna have some feelings about that too. Now we're gonna be frightened. You see, but we know we're still going to continue to put all our trust and our faith and our hope in Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. And we're going to give him that glory when we're in those chariots, the power of heaven. Let me read that again from the top. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, a complete number, everybody. Everybody in America is going to be through, annihilated, it reads. And it says, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai of heaven. And it's going to be a beautiful thing to give the Lord glory for saving us. You see? And let me get this in 1 Peter. I'm about done, y'all. I'm not going to be very long. Let me get this in 1 Peter real quick. This is something, I hope this is edifying. It's edifying to me. I'm preaching to me first, It reads here in the 1 Peter, the 4th chapter, and the 18th verse reads, I think that's the 18th verse. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? That's how close it's going to be. We're going to be scarcely saved, Israel. That's the testing of our faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Al-Shai. So this is the time to turn back, Israel, before it's too late. We're in this grace period. Things you can still buy and sell now without the charagma, you can still go places without having, the MOTB and things of that nature. So this is the time. The word is still going out on the highways, and the prophets are still out there on the highways and hedges. The epistles are still being, done throughout the week. So this is time to turn back. Listen up, Israel. Get this truth while you can. Get this truth while you can before it's too late. Okay, all right. So with that, I hope you were edified to some degree. Lord willing, you were. I'm going to end it right there. But before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem. Rikah HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, whom I've learned this 1% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, shalom.